Wiener, 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 floppy wiener, wiener. Oh, sorry. I should start the video. Hi, guys. I'm going to do corny things like that because that's what Daniel Green does on Fantasy News. He does these corny things. And I guess that's what YouTubers are supposed to do. And then you make these like hard edit stops, right? Where it's like, and then I moved on to my next point. Okay. George R.R. Martin's making more excuses at New York Comic Con. I can't even get through this. It's such a joke at this point, how this guy is clearly not working on this whatsoever. There is no world in which he's working on The Winds of Winter and that it's happening and that he is going to finish this book. Is there anybody out there who's still deluded at this point that this is actually going to happen? Does he have any actual fans left who are like, yes, I believe in him? If you are it, leave that comment in the description below. I just want to see that you actually exist. And I won't be mean. I won't shame you. I can't speak for the other commenters. But I want to know if those people still are around because, my gosh, this is getting ridiculous. We'll go over the litany of excuses of the last year and mock this tepid response at New York Comic Con in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. This is the real fantasy news, my friends, where we're not shilling for the mainstream industry. I'm just telling it like it is and laughing at the things that are going on because this is the absolute state of the mainstream industry. And I write my own science fiction and fantasy novels. I do it myself, and I do get them done, which is the best part. So if you want to check out some great books today, you can grab my crowdfund, Valiant Frontiers. Now, this is a trilogy, and each book features a crew of the EAS Valiant exploring a different world and coming across some cool new science fiction concepts. I miss this kind of like Planet of the Week, pulpy adventure that used to be something that was kind of a staple back in the day. And I miss science fiction books having real science fiction concepts to them. The first book has a soul crystal that captures souls and keeps them forever. It's pretty interesting on that. And then the second one has a world that's been destroyed by ravaged by war, and these aliens have trapped themselves in a pocket dimension where our crew gets trapped in along with them, and they're very, very dangerous. Number 3 is a time travel adventure where time's beginning to unravel. It's my most complicated book I've ever written, with 3 different timelines that are being impacted, and the crew has to fix all of those before time runs out. Really good stuff. And I'm very, very thrilled. I hired the best artist to do this work. I mean, this detailed painting is so good. He is really amazing. And of course, we are just plugging along, doing our own thing without any mainstream support, without New York Comic Con. This is all for readers like you to help us out and get us going and keep this alive. So this is real science fiction. They don't make this stuff anymore, and this is why we're bringing it back. So grab this. It's in the description below. Thank you guys so much for reading. I really appreciate you being here. And yes, let's get back to George R.R. Martin and his craziness that's going on here. So he's definitely not working on The Winds of Winter. It's quite obvious the way he's attending every convention he possibly can, taking on any other project, and living his life as if he's never going to write a word in the series again. The question came up again at New York Comic Con as to what the status of A Song of Ice and Fire is, and fans got the answer they expect. So if you've been waiting, we've had a myriad of excuses since 2024. He blamed toxic fans at that time, saying that he was paralyzed and had an inability to work on things. He said that people just want to talk about what they hate. They delight on dancing on the graves of anyone whose film has flopped. In September, he said he had mounting stress levels and spent too much time working on TV shows to finish one project. And so he says, the first half of my year was pretty miserable. This is last year still. Nor did I find much solace in my work. So he said, writing came hard, and though I did produce some new pages on The Winds of Winter and Blood and Fire, which is sequel to Fire and Blood, second part of his Targaryen history, he would have liked to turn out a lot more. Then he spoke with Hollywood Reporter in December, saying he might not finish it before he dies, which we kind of already knew. And then he made excuses this year as well. This year, he's authored a physics paper. Yes, he had a published physics paper that he was working on because, he's just got time to take on all these projects. He's taken on more work in the form of an animated movie, Hercules, which I don't know why he's working on that. Naturally, he's working on Elden Ring and potential Elden Ring movie as well. And he's also opened a bar so he can drink his sorrows away while not writing, I guess, in Santa Fe, New Mexico, showing his dedication to working on this is pretty much non-existent. At Worldcon in July, a fan asked whether he'd have Brandon Sanderson finish his story, and it was very, very funny. The moderator abruptly ended the panel, whisked Martin off the stage. They acted like it was inappropriate to even ask the question, and this is the absolute state of George R.R. Martin at this juncture. It's not happening at all. Now, at New York Comic Con this week, the big final convention of the year, he was asked the question one more time, And he said, yes, I do love Winds of Winter. I'm still interested in it. I'm still working on it. But honestly, I love these other things too. So this is pretty interesting. This reads to me like a text. Like, you're going on a date, or you just got somebody's number, and they're not really responding afterwards. You're like, oh, I really had a great time. Can I see you again? I'm busy. This is kind of what he's saying about the Winds of Winter right here, right? If you think about it, right? I'm sorry, I had to wash my hair. Yeah, I can't work on the Winds of Winter today. This is exactly what he's doing. Now, fan reaction online has just been savaging him. And if you go into what we've got with this story right here, and you see how people have reacted to Screen Time posting about this. Here we are. Why won't he just admit he's not going to finish it? Is there a contractual reason? Pretty interesting question right there. And I have a couple theories. My two theories are, one, it's finished, and it's been finished for a while. I was told this by somebody in the publishing industry that it was actually turned in and then retracted several years ago. And it was mostly because of the fan reaction to the finale on the Game of Thrones TV show, that they hated it. So he didn't want to go with the exact... That was supposed to be the ending, in theory. So he didn't want to go out with it. And, of course, he blames Hollywood now, saying that wasn't his ending, but that might be the case. Second, he has no intention on writing it. He's already, named an heir apparent or whatever. It's just going to happen after his death, and somebody else is going to do it. And so those are the two possibilities I think are happening right now. There's no other way that he'll actually be doing things. He also says... He knows if he says he's left it, his fan base would burn him at the stake and stop buying and watching his stuff. That's absolutely true. I think this is all PR tours on this stuff, and I think he just has to write it. Somebody else says he's written it. At this point, he just likes the attention, being asked about it. I wondered how he wrote Sansa, a typical slightly ditzy teenage girl stereotype, so well. Well, now I know. Note I said stereotype. Winds of Winter is the Half-Life 3 of literature. That's hilarious right there. Somebody also said it was the Star Citizen of literature, which is pretty apt as well. I get it. He's a victim of his own genius. I don't know that he's a genius. That's the thing. The insane depth he created for his story must be exhausting upkeep when your life has changed significantly since passionately creating it. The thing is, he just wrote too many perspective characters. It's not genius. It's like he just... you got 50 plus perspective characters. You can't wrap all those up. It's impossible to do well. And so he wrote himself into a corner and didn't actually produce genius. And that's the problem. That's why it's very, very important to kind of know where you're going with a story before you finish it. Because if you just write stuff out there, you run into these problems. Just admit you're never finishing it. Brothers, that's funny too. Another non-finished thing. Never going to finish it. Greatest marketing ploy in modern literature as well. And you're going to get GTA 7 before Winds of Winter. GTA 6 is not out yet, is the joke there. Pretty funny stuff, but as you can see, he's just getting completely savage. Nobody believes he's actually working on it whatsoever. Nobody believes his little oh yeah, I'm still interested in it. Just as much as anybody believes that when you've been kind of ghosted after that second date there, and you're really excited, you want to see them again, and they just don't respond. And then they tell you, yeah, I'm interested. I've just been so busy. Yeah. Yeah, right. George R.R. Martin just ghosting the Winds of Winter right there. Very funny stuff. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Do check out a finished trilogy. I loved writing this, guys. This was a lot of fun, and I'd write more. I mean, let's get in on this, and I'll write a whole nother trilogy. I'm hype about this because I set this up in a way that actually works and actually gets complete, and you don't feel like you're missing anything. And that's the way you should do things. That's the way to write, and I think it's a good thing. I think watching George R.R. Martin, what he does, doing a full trilogy in advance, getting you the entire trilogy at once, is a nicer way to treat the readers. Do you agree with that? I don't know. I think it's a nice way to do things personally, and so I hope you agree. Check it out. It's in the description below. Thanks for being here. We'll be back.